It's everybody's favorite time. New holster time. Alright, man, take a seat, buckle up. Ordinarily we'd start with orientation of the car here, but we got calls pending and we got to get to them. So, we're rolling. We're going to have to learn on the way. Alright, today So I was contacted recently by a company called Vedder holsters. They make kydex holsters, and the thing that stuck out to me about them is that they make a kydex holster that isn't a single position holster. It's a kydex holster that's made to be flexible to use one gun molded to that specific gun, but it allows you to carry cross draw, appendix inside the waistband, or at your 3 and 4 o'clock position. And this is that holster. It just came in today, and so I'm going to take a look at it. Now, for all of the knifophiles out there, I got rid of my $6 tactical Kmart special knives I normally use because everybody complains about my terrible knives, and I broke out of the safe one of my nice knives that I had back before I destroyed knives all the time. This is a cold steel Rajah 2. It's a Gurkha Kukri. I love this thing, but I really don't want to break it for $200, so I don't carry it that much anymore. Let's get this thing open. Oh yeah, that does it so much better than the one from Walmart. No, not really. Anyway, look inside. Here's our packing slip, which nobody cares about. A nice envelope, which nobody also cares about. And here's the packaging for the holster. That's kind of cool and new. Instead of having a blister pack, maybe you could use this for something else, the same way people use Crown Royal bags. And here's the holster. So what makes this holster cool is that there's different screw positions in here that you can raise the clip up and down, and you can also loosen this screw and move the clip side to side to adjust camp for either appendix inside the waistband, a 3 o'clock position, or all the way over. I guess if you're into that type of thing, cross draw. Let's say you're like a taxi driver or a truck driver or something, you do cross draw. Another great thing about this is that it molds to the gun. Although every kydex company molds it to the gun pretty well, this one really clicks in there, which you're going to see in a second. It also has a retention screw, so you can decide how much extra click it's going to have when it gets in there. And depending on how active of a lifestyle you live, that might make a big difference to some people. I know a lot of guys who drive trucks for a living like a nice, easy in and out. They're not in and out of the holster very much. They're not in and out of the car very much. And they're not doing a whole lot of activity. And some people that are up jumping around all day or working in a warehouse like a whole lot of friction on the holster, so that way it keeps the gun in there, so if they bump it, it won't just come out. Or if they fall or something, it won't come out and slide across the floor. So when they contacted me about this holster, I was kind of dubious about another kydex company looking to hawk their wares, and I figured, hey, you want me to test this and do a video on it? Let's actually test it. Single clip kydex holster that's adjustable. What kind of gun can we put in that that's going to test how good this thing actually is? Well, how about an HK USP? And not the compact. HK USP 45 Tactical. That's what I'm going to be using to test this holster and review it. And also, the reason I picked this was that I've got a few projects coming up with this pistol that I want to use to make a few points about action types and caliber, and I figured this would be an awesome holster that would go in with my current projects that I have going on. They make these in a whole bunch of colors, which is really cool. I went for the gray carbon fiber one, mainly because I think it'll show up really cool on camera, and also because it matches the really worn out finish of the USP 45. Locks in really tight, and as you can see, it's got room for the safety. No matter whether you have the HK USP set to safe or in a decock position. But more on the HK USP later, and I'm sure this will come up again. That's what I'm going to be testing it like. I'm going to start off with appendix inside the waistband and see how that goes. And I've got a little vacation coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to try a cross draw. And then in the meantime, somewhere along the way, I'm going to carry the way I normally carry full-size pistols, which is in the 3 or 4 o'clock position, depending on how fat I feel that day. But here's your unboxing. It's kind of the long and short of the Vedder holsters Lighttuck. We got a full review coming and a bunch of other videos that I'm going to be doing with this since I have it. We'll see you guys later on in the week. You guys be safe. Well, if you like that video, go ahead and subscribe, because there's a whole lot more to come. As soon as I finish up these calls, go 10-8. County 291.
291.